There could be as many 200 victims of what's being called a bogus DUI scam. These people all have the same things in common. The stops were all on Lakeshore Drive. They were all stopped by Officer Joe Parker, and all of the victims claim they were stone cold sober. These 10 lawsuits were all filed against the city of Chicago and the same cop, 59-year-old Officer Joseph Parker.
He immediately asked me to get out of the car and do a series of field sobriety tests.
I knew I was sober, and I was wondering, what the heck is going on? Immediately afterwards, he told me to turn around. He told me I was under arrest. And at that point, I was basically just shocked.
What was your reaction to being arrested for drinking when you hadn't been drinking?
It was infuriating.
John Grosco and Charles Acox are 2 of the 10 new complaints filed in federal court. 5 were filed earlier this year. They allege that Officer Parker engaged in a pattern of false arrests and perjured court testimony in order to rack up nearly 200 DUI arrests and thousands of dollars in overtime pay.
And as a result, Officer Parker, I believe, would gather a bunch of overtime, both in writing reports and going to court on numerous occasions.
When the city started investigating Parker, his badge and ID were taken away. Parker took the fifth instead of cooperating and decided to retire and collect his pension instead of facing charges.
It's incredibly upsetting that the police officers are able to do this.
Should he be prosecuted?
Definitely.
Now, we called the Chicago Police Department and the state's attorney's office, and both have opened investigations into Officer Joe Parker, but no one at either agency was willing to comment on today's lawsuits. Now, close to 200 DUI arrest records are currently under review, and several convictions have already been vacated. Live here on Lakeshore Drive, Lilia Chacon, Fox Chicago News.